It don't matter who lies if you can't handle the truth anyway. So you keep telling me I'm lying, and I keep telling you you're lying. And how do you know I'm lying? You're in my life 24/7? No, you're not, right? But obviously you have something to hide, right? Now, when people keep attacking other people, the main problem is you are not around me. I live alone for a reason, to protect my family from people like you. Now, it don't mean I would hurt anyone, like I said, or even touch a little girl. But if you're corrupt enough to set me up for it, of course that can happen, right? That's why it's called entrapment when you do that. So you learn, if you aren't following the rules, how can you expect others to follow the rules? But if someone's trying to follow the rules and you're breaking them yourself, you're no better than a two-faced dumbass who don't want to do the right thing, right? Just because you don't want to do the right thing don't mean I feel the same about the same situations and can't do the right thing myself, right? Now, usually you're supposed to reward good behavior and punish bad anyway. That's the norm here, right? I know that going in, right? I know if my stepdaughter was to come in there to me or not, I only have two options I might can help her out with. One is to help her get something to eat. The other is to help her get to the damn bathroom, idiot. Or take a bath or something, right? None of that is criminal if I'm the stepdad, right? It's no different than the stepmom doing it either, or the biological dad. If I'm around the mother's the one who has to act normal around me so that she ain't got to worry about her daughter anyway, and not me. I ain't gonna hurt a child. I helped raise my sister. She can't say she didn't meet my sister Renee, and by then, Renee was at least 12 years old, right, when she met her. And now I got out in '95 and moved back home in '96 when she was 14. Now, I stayed out my sister's bedroom, right? You know what I mean? Again, right? You don't go into your sister's bedroom or your parents' bedroom. You just stay in the freaking living room sleeping on the little air mattress, right? But now, if I have wet dreams, Marceline, that's a natural male response, to living somewhere, right? You do that sometimes. Now, it's not because, I don't know, I'm trying to have sex with someone. You just do that because you ain't having sex and your girlfriend's giving you a situation. Now, Mom, you talked to Maribel, so you know she's a real person. I know. You can't say she's not real because she called us in Georgia, right? Well, Steve would know that too, Maribel. So you're using his phone, I guess, right? Well, guess who paid the phone bill back then? Steve. And any unusual number that showed up, especially one to Georgia, if he pays the bills right, it'll show up on his receipt. Now, Steve might be mad if he messed with your birth control pills and you got pregnant too. He might be the one fronting here. I don't know, right? But but the birth certificate you showed me didn't look like mine, so I didn't know if it was real or not, right? But if anyone's lying here, it's she, right? Now, if you're lying about something, come clean, right? And I'm fine with it. I can let you go forever, right? You weren't a good girlfriend to me anyway. That's why I cheated on you and broke up with you. I don't normally do that with a girlfriend, idiot. And I'm warning you about the signs. I'm saying you're acting all weird and like you don't want to believe in them anyway. So I'm just warning you. I see them. So either you want to be with me or you don't, right? Type mentality. And I'm willing to break up with you too, right? I keep telling you I can break up with you and let you go and like Rashida, right? You're acting like you don't want to believe me that I see the coincidences we're having, right? That's what you said they were in the damn Burger King. Remember that? Now, if you don't want to believe in signs, that's up to you too. But signs can be positive omens or negative omens, right? Right. And you and my dad being born on the same day is an omen, right? Could be something positive or negative if you make it so, right? Now, some people believe in the romantic kind of love like that. Like when Abraham sent his servant to go find Isaac a wife, or Jacob himself went to find a wife, right? He said certain things should happen if the woman was a good woman, right? And they happened, and they happened. Now, Rebecca had a problem conceiving with Isaac, and might have had to involve Ishmael. I don't know, maybe she double tapped it. Maybe Esau was Ishmael's, and Isaac was Jacob's. And that's what, again, why you don't understand what was going on there. But Moses is trying to tell you the story. Rebecca was having a problem conceiving with Isaac. And when she finally had a child, she had fraternal twins, which means they were fertilized by two different sperm, right? One could have been Ishmael's and one could have been Isaac. But the scandal that a woman had to cheat on her husband and try to raise up seed to him and didn't know what those traditions meant. And conceived two children, one Ishmael's and one Isaac's, but couldn't tell Isaac her betrayal. You know how women might have to do that, like with Joseph and Potiphar's wife? Think about the real story, though. Do you put your slave in prison because your wife wasn't making advances towards him? Right? No, you do because she did, and you know your servant knew better, right? You're keeping them apart, right? That's why you do that. Israel. They probably did have sex at least once. And Joseph is trying to get away from her, but he knows better, right? That's the whole point to the story, right? But a lot of people don't want to understand, though, back then, it was on the male slave to stay away from the master's wife, right? But if they did something, it was on the wife, not the slave, because he knew better, right? That's what Moses is trying to convey through the story there, right? Not that Joseph wouldn't be tipped by the woman either. Come on, some hot Egyptian ladies coming on to you, you're going to respond. You're a male. Things like that, right? And the same thing about Rachel not conceiving until after 7 years had passed, even though he took her to wife, right? Like with the story in the Bible of the 7 men taking hold of one woman, right? Again, right? What does that have to do with Jesus? Well, maybe it was his own wife who was taken in adultery, who the Jews brought to him, catching her in adultery with another man, setting them both up, the man and the wife. But they only brought the wife to him, and both of them are to be stoned according to the law of Moses. And beginning at Moses, idiot, he explained who he was in Luke 24. You're not even using the Old Testament anymore to understand Jesus. Now, here's the question. Was Moses married? Yes. So if Jesus is a prophet like unto Moses, guess who else had to be married? Jesus too. Jesus too. And then they're lying that it was his wife who committed adultery against him. But you notice in Mark it says 7 devils were cast out of her. Well, when Tamar's brother-in-law, who was supposed to raise up seed to his brother, spilled his seed on the ground instead of ejaculating in her like he was supposed to, right? The Lord smote him. He didn't raise up seed to his brother. Now, it don't matter how he died, right? You know, it could have been something stupid he did after that too, right? Now, what you don't understand about that is your child gets the inheritance. Just not you. But the child you conceive with your brother gets your brother's inheritance, dumbass. That's all that is. That's all that is. But you don't seem to want to understand that, right? Now, your second child can get your inheritance, retard, too. You don't think of it that way. That's so your brother's inheritance goes to one of the children, and then your inheritance can go to your second-born with your family. Right. Exactly. With what you have, right? They don't think of it that way either, because sometimes the letter killeth, but the spirit giveth life. Now, 4 times King James uses the word paps. In Ezekiel, Luke, twice, and Revelations 1:13, where we know it's Jesus is being seen with a paps and a girdle about them. Now, a male doesn't have to wear a girdle around his chest normally unless he's getting overweight through a disability, like me. Or some people are just big anyway, and that's not their fault. Some of it is genetic, some of it is this, some of it is that, right? Some of it is a little overeaten and whatever. But again, the real problem is assholes like you who down people who might have a genetic condition and be predisposed to being big, right? Or they just love food and you don't. Whatever. But usually it's people picking on them who are the problem. Now, when you call someone a criminal thing, right, like pedophile, right, that's slander. When you call someone gay, that's something you got to deal with either way, right? That's an opinion, right? But if the person is trying to date women, obviously you want him to be gay, but he's not gay. He's not trying to have sex with you. And like I said, unless they're trying to rape me and code red me or something, I'm not saying they did it, retard. I'm saying that's the only way it can happen. It's like saying, well, the only way my next door neighbor can come over here and be with me is if her boyfriend is shooting me. That's supposed to be sarcastic. What that means is she's not really coming over here, right? Exactly. I haven't even seen her over here once. I had to go over there to her house a couple of times to get a little ride from her, but that's it. So sometimes I'll be sarcastic about things. Right. Now, I'm not sarcastic that I understand why gay people want to find a partner and not just have a lot of promiscuous sex with a lot of people. That's a good thing, Billy and Franklin Graham. To be committed to one person is always a good thing. Even if you legally marry that person because you're entering in the sexual union, right? Marriage is honorable in all, in the bed undefiled, but whoremongers and adulterers God will judge, right? Well, you're trying to keep them whoremongers and adulterers, right? By not letting them marry. That's what I mean, too. Now, what I support is their right, after they reach the age of consent, to sleep with who they want. Now, nobody, male or female, gay or straight, Jew or Gentile, bond or free, black or white, can sleep with an underage child. And an underage child cannot legally work until allowed to, by law. Now, you can't put a 15-year-old child in the position of an adult who's supposed to be 16 in Georgia. And make her do a job where the job requirement requires her to have both the GED and be certified before she can work. That means she mainly observes the job, not does the job, until she's 16. If the girl is 15, you're putting her to work too soon. Unless you have permission from a judge, idiot. That's how that works. Did you? Yes or no? When you go to court, man, these are how you gotta answer the questions put to you. Right. Was the girl underage or not? Yes or no? If she was, you were working her too soon before she could legally work. If you put her in that position and she did something with one of your customers, that's on you and her. Because she's not supposed to work till she's 16. Plus, I asked her how old she was, and she said 37. Where she was from, she said New Jersey. Is she lying because of UTN? I know it's spelled T-E-A-N too, you know that, right? I'm trying to show you a little grace, which you're not showing me if you're messing with my dating life. Because I like Asian women too. Right? Now, nothing wrong with two men liking Asian women. Problem is, only one will get the prize. You know what that means too, right? Now, I'm just trying to date here too, so get over it.